Good morning, everybody. We're going to continue the week of reviews with a look at another Neil Young record. This time, we're going to take a look at his new record, "Talking to the Trees," which was recorded with the Chrome Hearts, which is made up of members of Promise the Real, including Micah Nelson on guitar, and Spooner Oldham is also on keyboards. And to my knowledge, it's the first time in a long time that Neil has recorded with Spooner. To my knowledge, the last time that they had recorded together was on Prairie Wind back in 2005. So it's been quite a number of years. So it was really nice to see Spooner and Neil back together on record. And like I said, this record is called "Talking to the Trees," and it was released on June 13th of this year, and actually recorded between October and November of last year, 2024. I would call this record a reflective protest record. That's what I would summarize it as. And because there's a lot of reflecting on Neil's past on this record. And actually, the first couple songs, "Family Life" and "Dark Mirage," deal with what's currently going on in Neil's personal life. And this is the first time in a long time that I've seen or heard Neil get this open about his personal life. And the first song, which is one of my all-time favorites from the record, "Family Life," kind of name checks all his kids, Ben, Amber, and Zeke, and he actually says in the song maybe he'll write a song for his grandkids that he can't see, and which kind of really took me aback, because I was kind of shocked to know that. Well, I had already known that him and Amber weren't basically seeing eye to eye, but I had no idea that it was this bad. And actually, the second song, "Dark Mirage," kind of expounds on that issue, because I think Neil is trying to figure out how to reach Amber, because she is not speaking to him. So he's wondering where things went wrong. And actually, another one of my favorites is a song called "First Fire of Winter" that borrows melody-wise from "Helpless," which is something that Neil has done quite heavily in years past, mainly, um, you know, mainly, um, I can think of the one record that I can think of that immediately came to mind when I heard this is the one record that I can think of that came to mind when I heard that he had done this. What this kind of reminded me of is Sleeps with Angels, because he did the same thing for Train of Love and Western Hero, because Train of Love and Western Hero from Sleeps with Angels basically share the same melody, and so that's what that's what made me think of Sleeps with Angels when I heard that. And actually, when I was watching other reviews of the record, some people were complaining that Neil was running out of melodies or running out of ideas, and he was kind of aping or kind of borrowing from himself. And I was like thinking, he's been doing that for years, and they must not have been listening closely to him for years if they were going to say something like that, which I don't mean to be mean about it, but I mean, come on, he's been doing that for years. And another one of my favorites that actually borrows again from actually the last two, the next two songs borrow from, I think, This Land Is Your Land by Woody Guthrie, Silver Eagle, and Let's Roll Again. And as far as Silver Eagle goes, it's a song about Neil's bus, which again, Neil has been doing for years. He's been writing songs about cars and modes of transportation for years. So I was kind of glad to see a song about his bus on here. And another one of my favorites is Let's Roll Again, which is kind of a protest song of the current times, I think. And actually, when I first saw this song on the track list, I thought it was going to be a sequel to his song "Let's Roll" from Are You Passionate, which I think it kind of is, because it's kind of a protest, it's kind of a another take action song, and as was Let's Roll from Are You Passionate. So it kind of is a sequel, song um, to Are You Passionate, and or to Let's Roll. And another thing that I wanted to mention is that people didn't when I was watching reviews for this record, kind of in preparation, to kind of see what people were saying about it. People were calling the Chrome Hearts his new band, which is not exactly true. He's been playing with them for years, just under Promise to the Real, and actually, all he did was kind of rename them, and actually the name uh, comes from a line in Unknown Legend. Uh, uh, so that's where he got the name, and so like I said, I hope you enjoy this and enjoy the record. I forgot to mention something. The song Big Change, which is one of the singles from the record, kind of reminds me, it kind of, in my eyes, would have fit really well on the Monsanto Years. It kind of has that Monsanto Years kind of sound to it. And by the way, from now on, when we have singles from records, when there is no single releases or um, a single cover art, I'm gonna have a list in the video of the singles. Uh, a list of the singles from uh, the records that we talk about. If there's any singles taken from the records. I give this 5 stars. Shot and produced by Adam Brown. Audio and video provided by Pixabay, WeVideo, and the YouTube Music Library. Photos also provided by Pixabay. Text element provided by WeVideo.